November 5th, 1955. Day Doc Brown was standing at the edge of his toilet. Hitting the clock, he slipped on the wet porcelain, hit his head on the sink, and when he came to, he had a revelation, a vision, a picture of this. The flux capacitor is what makes time travel possible. It only took him 30 years of his inheritance from his family to create what we know as time travel. And the rest is history. Welcome to today's video. As of recording of this, November 5th, 2025, time travel has been around for 70 years. Doc Brown invented it November 5th, 1955. Disneyland 70, all these 70 monuments for this year. My mom, my aunt, time travel. A lot of good stuff happened in 1955, think about it. Of course, Marty went back in time in 1955 too, so I was always thinking, the Doc Brown, the fact that he invented time travel, which I just watched a bunch of clips from Back to the Future. It's my favorite movie. It is just the best movie. And I was saying this today, when they made the movie, they had to do all the reshots because, was it Eric Stoltz? Was that who Marty McFly was? And of course, Michael J. Fox. They had to reshoot all of those. They didn't have any idea how big this was going to be. I mean, I going out on a limb here and say Back to the Future is the best movie ever made. So, happy 70th anniversary, Doc Brown. Also, it is a super moon tonight. Another full moon, larger than ever. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera. This car probably thinks I'm recording that. No, I'm looking at the moon. The super moon on the most important day of time travel. I love it. A lot of news today with Nintendo. We talked Nintendo yesterday. This kind of adds up to some of the things we went over. There's a sale going on at the eShop, and I have a list of some of the games you might be interested in going on. Some good prices. Some average, but there's some really great markdowns at the eShop we'll go over. And Nintendo has a new app. What can the app do for you? Very calm night, downtown Waukesha. We're by the Bears. You can see there's hardly any wind, and they are putting up the Christmas lights on the bridge. I didn't want to walk through there. The gentlemen are working on both ends, so I'm just going to start over on the other side, but works out over by the Bears. So it'll be all nice and lit for the winter. We're just moving along here. 48 degrees, it feels warmer. And 48, I will take 48. If it could stay at 48, 40 degrees all winter, I would be ecstatic about that. 519, it's gonna start dropping, but it is a nice, well, it doesn't look so bad, but we do see some 30s. Some snow, of course. It's a nice calm night. Now Nintendo launching a new mobile store app as it awaits holiday demand surge for Switch 2. And of course, my argument is, again, why are people going to buy now? If they haven't bought already, where's the incentive? But gaming giant Nintendo on Wednesday launched a new store app for iOS and Android users, which appears to be refreshed versions of the My Nintendo app. The new app will let users buy the company's products directly from its eShop and the official website after they sync their Nintendo account. Users can now stay up to date on new games, review gameplay activity on their consoles, earn rewards, and even check in at official Nintendo stores and events through the app. The app is available in the US, UK, Canada, and most of Europe, and can be downloaded from the App Store and Play Store. The app launch by the company comes amid high hopes for blockbuster Switch 2 sales as the holiday season approaches. 25 million units by the end of March next year. So it went from 15 to 19, now 25. Who's going to buy all these? In the latest earnings report, the company said it now expects to sell 19 million Switch units. Maybe that's what they expect to sell, the 19 million. They're going to make 25. in their fiscal 2026, up to the previous estimate of 15 million. I still am asking, like, how are they going to sell 19 million? Now they're gonna have 25 million Switch. Like, that's just, it's crazy. I don't know. I'm still not understanding it. What is gonna, why, let's say somebody doesn't have, let's say I don't have it. And I came here and I'm thinking, okay, for some odd reason, I'm gonna buy a Switch on Black Friday. Is there a deal? Why would we buy between now and March unless there's something? There's some kind of reasoning for us to get it. So I'm still a little, I'm kind of doubting that one, but we'll see what happens. Now this is the standard Nintendo app, but they have critiqued it to make it a little bit more user-friendly. We'll go over some of the perks. If you haven't got the app, I don't have this app installed, and as I said a few weeks ago, it took me up until about a month ago to finally have the Best Buy app on my phone. So I should probably install the Nintendo app, probably make life a lot easier. Now there are a few Nintendo apps. This is the Nintendo Store app, not the Nintendo Switch 2 app. So little different. I don't think the Nintendo Switch 2 app will get you to the store. I think you're going to need a separate app for that, but everything links together. And some of the options here at the Nintendo Store, this is the new one. So just want to clarify that. You can browse a huge selection of games, find system accessories and other merchandise. So basically anything you can buy because it is the eShop. Add products to your wish list. Little Mario Kart World action there. Stay up to date on games and events. Get the latest news and videos. View your play activities. So, and then the Nintendo Switch 2 app offers some different things that kind of link to your account. But yeah, this is for the iPhone and iPad. You can send screenshots. You can get wallpaper. Like there's incentives. You can do friend requests from the Switch 2 app. But the Nintendo Store app, you can buy the game. So that is the new update. It happened today. It looks like 20 hours as a recording of this. So version 3.0. So if you have a Switch, if you have a Nintendo, you might want to get the Nintendo eStore. This is what I'm going to get. And I'll probably just download the Switch 2 app too and just have everything on one and just kind of go from there and stay up to date. I'll try it out. Otherwise, I might just go back and just do it the same way I've been doing it, but I'll give the app a chance. How many Switch 2s will be in stores, and if they're going to keep making them? Again, like if anybody wanted these, they could have already got these. So what's gonna get somebody to spend the $4.99 a month from now, or even a few weeks when Black Friday hits, or Christmas, or after Christmas? So they can make them all they want. I don't see the incentive if you haven't picked it up yet, because you would have got it if you wanted a Switch 2. You probably would have got one, or I mean, maybe it's on your Christmas list. But then what? So we'll see how they manage to keep selling these, because they still have these left over, which we kind of talked about last night. Something's got to give. Something's got to be. A lot of people are like, there's not going to be any sales. Like, get over it. How are they going to sell those? And some of those games at the eShop have a little bit of a clearance price. And when I went on there, it wasn't like there was a tab to hit where it's, on sale games. You kind of got to dig around for it. But I do have a little bit of a breakdown from some experts on their picks. So we'll see if their picks are similar to something that you would be interested in. But one of the last times I picked up a discounted game was when I bought Splintered Fate, and it was about half the price of this. Now, I did check some of the Turtles. The Cowabunga collection was running for like $15.99. That sale has ended, but there's a ton of other sales, and I guess it's just something to watch, that every couple of weeks there could be some more games. So they're just constantly going to be running sales, especially earlier than Black Friday. The Nintendo eShop has a ton of great Switch games on sale right now. Here are the best ones to grab. Now, this is all preference, but I like how they end this article with, Nintendo just revealed sales figures for the Switch 2 and it's outpacing the original Switch, the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 5. So deals like the ones you can currently grab are likely just a sign of more to come. So kind of goes back to keep your eye on the eShop because they're going to keep dropping sales. But yeah, there's some titles you might be interested. First one is Sworn, released September 2025, so not that old, just over a month, from Windwalk Games. Review 78% favorable, and the price is $19.99, down from $24.99, 20% off. Alyssa Developer's Cut, February 6, 2024. Casper Crows, Top Hat Studios. It is a survival horror game. It's got an 83% score, and it is down to $12.59 from $17.99, 30% off. Rogue Flight, year old, came out last year in October. It is a rail shooter, 82%, and the price is $5.99, down from $19.99. These are what we like to see, 70% off games. Onimusha 2 Samurai's Destiny, released May 22nd, 2025, from Capcom. Survival horror, 81% favorable, $23.99, down from $29.99, 20% off. Vampire Survivors, release date August 17th, 2023. Action roguelike bullet hell, 88% favorable, $3.74, normally $4.99, 25% off. Now, I'm going to be honest, a lot of these titles I've never heard of, but just getting these out there that these are the deals and these are what the staff had picked. So let me know if these are good deals, first of all, and just games that are on people's radars. Another Crab's Treasure, April 25th, 2024. Action RPG, Souls-like, 65% average, $17.99 from $29.99, 40% off. Void Route, released October 24th, 2024, from Power Snake. It is a Metroidvania. Average score 76%. It is down to $6.79 from $19.99, 66% off. Moonlighter Complete Edition, released, November 5th, 2018, from Digital Sun, 11-bit studios. Action adventure simulation roguelike, 83% favorable, and $4.34, down from $28.99, so 85% off. I feel like we're at Hobby Lobby at their clearance. And we have Sid Meier's Civilization 6, release date November 16th, 2018. It's a strategy, 86% favorable, $5.99, down from $29.99, 80% off. Resident Evil from 2019, Capcom survival horror, down $10 from the $19.99 to $9.99, 50% off. Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged from 2023. Driving Racing, $7, look at this, $7.49, down from $49.99, 85% off. This one might be up, kind of more up my alley. The title did say a lot about Capcom, and there's a ton of Capcom games, and I said, over the last year that Capcom has really started to win me over. I kind of more of a Konami guy years past, but I am like full blown on Capcom, so I appreciate the Capcom titles. Monster Hunter Rise plus Sunbreak from 2021. It is down to $14.99 from $59.99, 75% off. No Man's Sky, released this past June from Hello Games, 93% universal acclaim, down 60% off from $59.99 to $23.99. This one brings back a lot of memories because Dead Cells was an iArcade theme. It was a game that you could get on the iArcade. It was also a iArcade gold cabinet that a lot of people loved the artwork. So I never installed this game, but it was probably a heavy hitter for iArcade at the time, and now it's $12 $2.49. So not bad. This was probably like a $50 game for the iArcade. And last on their list is Chronos, The New Dawn, from this past September. The Bloober team, 76% favorable, and it is down 15% off from $59.99 to $50.99. So these are the picks. We went through all of them. I didn't know if we were gonna check every one of them, but just wanted to throw out everything that they had. Are these games worth picking up, and are these decent deals? Also, tomorrow there will be some new amiibos for Metroid Prime 4, and I think there's 2 amiibos coming, and then the third one will be, I believe it's December 5th, December 7th. I know that there's more closer to the actual release of, it must be December 4th, the actual release of Metroid Prime 4. There is a new DLC. I forgot to mention this last night. There's a new DLC, Donkey Kong Bonanza. GameStop has a little bit of an exclusive on that. Might as well head over there. And my apologies, I completely forgot to talk about this. And when I started editing yesterday, I go, oh my gosh, I never talked about the DLC. And I got this email from GameStop, and they can actually have a little bit of a bundle if you haven't picked up Donkey Kong yet, or if you want to pick up the DLC separate. There's 2 different ways to pick it up from GameStop. So currently it is $61.74 if you're a pro, but I'm gonna keep this on the DL. It's like $52 at Costco. So just throwing it out there. But you can pick up the DLC for $19.99, and if you want to combine the two, it is $89.98. Of course, you get that 5% off if you're a pro member. Donkey Kong Bonanza, DK Island, and Emerald Rush DLC, Nintendo Switch 2, $19.99. Came out, I believe it was yesterday. I'm a big fan of the, trying to get this to scroll first of all, but of the DLCs, because I have that Casey Jones for Splintered Fate. Seems to be moving pretty good now, until I say it is. But yeah, check it out. Head over to GameStop. Probably available on the eShop for Switch also. So just throwing it out there. See, Masters of the Universe, Thundercats, Panthro sighting. Trying to zoom, hit the wrong one. And some markdowns on the Turtles Shredder's Revenge, $14.99 to $12.98. Excellent stocking stuffers. I mean, do people still use stockings? Or is it just a term? But yeah, any of the Turtles are having that sale on there. So pretty cool. If I wouldn't have picked up the remastered, I would have been all over these. But again, space is always an issue. If I could go back in time, I would have stopped at Ross when I first caught wind of the possible Batman the Animated Series $50, $60 Batweight for sale. If I only had a time machine that Doc Brown basically invented 70 years ago today. And yes, it would be very hard to miss that. It is such a big box. They do have some Batman here. It's promising. This is actually the most Batman I have seen at a Ross yet. It'd almost take my breath away if I came across the Batwing. I mean, the box, we're talking like Castle Grayskull size here. But yeah, nothing here. Again, it's probably been picked over by now. And I haven't stopped at a Ross since the weekend. But you never know. Stuff does just magically show up again. We saw that at Target. But yeah, just sort it out there. If you're looking for any superpowers, McFarlane, Batman the Animated Series might be showing up at Ross. And I want to wish my buddy Vic a happy birthday. If you've made it this long, Vic, if you've watched, happy birthday. Thanks for the donuts today, dude. Hope you had a good birthday. And a happy early birthday to my Aunt Pat. Big milestone coming. So a bunch of birthdays, and it's historic because it's the day that the Doc invented time travel. The flux capacitor is what makes time travel possible. Also, the 50% off of wall decor marked home decor is back at Hobby Lobby today, Wednesday. You have a few days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, to take advantage of any of the 50% off. They need more Back to the Future. They had the mug here, but they...
Bill to register 8, please. Bill to register 8, thank you.
It would have been cool to have some kind of Back to the Future art. I definitely would have loved to grab one. GameStop has a flux capacitor, but they don't have one at that location. So only Back to the Future stuff we found was the Back to the Future 2 coffee mug. So sometimes you see a lot of Back to the Future, sometimes it's scarce. If I only had a time machine, I could go back and get that flux capacitor at the other GameStop. Well, thank everybody for watching. Tomorrow's video is going to be early entries on Black Friday. We'll get into that tomorrow. Black Friday is happening a lot sooner. We thought it was going to be a week before the actual Black Friday. It's going to actually be closer than that. So join me tomorrow for a little look into some of the stores, two specifically, that will have hopefully some awesome Black Friday deals. Haven't really seen the kind of the showcasing, but the sales do start very soon. Well, thank everybody for watching. See you guys next time. And when I say early Black Friday, I mean early Black Friday. Like, forget the actual Black Friday, just weeks before. The sales are starting in a matter of days, I think 2 days as of recording of this. We will cover that. If you know anybody with a lake house, this would be a great gift. Marty was the first time traveler. I mean, you have Einstein, you little devil, technically time traveled before Marty. But think about it. Marty went back in time before anybody. He went to 1955 before anybody else time traveled. Technically, I saw this globe over here. Where is it? Remember when Superman 1 turned the globe the other way, and he saved Lois Lane's life. Doing a bad representation here, but he time traveled. Technically, that was 78. Did Marty in 85? I mean, I guess maybe. Does that count? Was that time travel, or was Superman just fixing time? Marty, first time traveler. Doc invented it. But yeah, kudos to Marty. He was the first.